stolen away from us. Greetings, sons and daughters of 1963. The remembrance of what all of us have gone through 1963. That great coral garden. Oh, what do we call it? All of us experience, isn't it? But more so, we salute the brothers and sisters, our elders who are nobly sitting around the table. Those who over and over, night after night, day after day, year after year, remember the atrocity, the experience of 1963. Greetings, family. It is easy for all of us who have never been through 1963 to come and sit and laugh and to hear the stories. And of course, many of us empathize, sympathize, and really apologize for that experience. Though the world may look on and other brothers and sisters may disassociate themselves from the experience, unfortunately for many of our brothers and sisters, they are not able to identify themselves in 1963. We watch so much TV, so we forgive them. We watch so much TV and we listen to so much things that they think is music, and then read so much garbage on internet until they forget who they are. I believe many of them suffer like I did when I was young and I look into the mirror. I didn't see a black natty head pitney, you know. You know who me see? One little white pitney, probably white movie star or something like that. I was so misguided and I had lost my identity so much that even when I looked at myself, I didn't like what I saw, so I created an image of myself. And so I sympathize and apologize for many of our Jamaicans who have suffered the same slavery experience and who just by chance missed 1963. Maybe their fathers, because my father was Rasta. I think I heard that around that time he too was Rasta and could have been in the Coral Garden experience. And there were probably many others who realized that the government at the time was leading us back into slavery. And stood up and said, no, let us live by the principles that Marcus Garvey reminded us of, our African principles, which is that we must use and live by what we have around us. Of course, I have a very short time, so my message is in five simple steps. And I have used the acronym RASTA to give you the message. Yes, RASTA, the acronym RASTA, which simply means remember, answer. Come on, who wants to help me with the others? RAS, come, remember, RASTA, share the testimonies of your ancestors. Remember to answer and share the testimonies of your ancestors. And I say remember, never forget where we are coming from. It doesn't matter how it glistens out there, never remember that you came here as slaves, that you were beaten, you were raped. Remember that all your wealth was stolen from you and still is being stolen from you. Never forget. Many of us, sometimes we put masks over our face and forget where we're coming from. We insult our ancestors and disassociate ourselves from them. We may be able to afford money to buy ourselves even a new identity, so we bleach our skin and we wear false hair to make ourselves look like somebody else and disown ourselves from our own ancestors. But remember who you are. Remember, once you were enslaved, and if you are careless again, you are going to find yourself back on that slavery plantation. The land is taken away from us now, and it's been infested by many others whose blood did not water this ground. And if you are not careful, you are back on the slavery plantation where your sons and daughters will be sodomized, where they will be brutally beaten, rejected and imprisoned. So answer is the next one. Answer the call, man. When you hear inside your DNA, remember that you went through this experience. It's not just your grandmother and your grandfather went through the slavery experience. They gave birth to you. Part of them still in you. I cry out. Said that they must be avenged, revenged. Only to hear it cry. But then you look round and you see them come and they shed them blood and all that they have gone through. And realize that you can't go into one bank and get a loan. And you can't own no business. You can't buy and sell unless you get. Only to hear the cry. Listen loud. Answer. And let us get back into our right minds. And share the message as well. Not true, that's not how we reach now. Or, if you remember where you come from, A, answer your ancestors' DNA were inside of you. They call to you, say stand up to your militancy. And don't ever forget who you are. No matter how much money or education or miseducation you have been given, you will never change your history. You can never change the fact that you were kings and queens in Africa, taken and placed on ships, beaten, raped, enforced religion and education, placed on plantations, even to today where you are employed into other person's plantation to empower and enrich everybody else except yourself and your children. You can't change that. It's a reality. But you know what happens? That some of it could be your past. If you answer and keep sharing it, don't be ashamed. It doesn't matter where you are. Don't ever be ashamed. I was talking to Dr. Nella. She and I had a conversation because you know we do look a radio station called Yahweh's Health FM. So Dr. Nella gave us the honor of an interview with her last week where she spoke about her experience. And you know she's 70 something. And so she was talking about her experience, which is nearer to the slavery experience than mine. But you know, one of the things that she said, which was really, really shocking, she said when she used to go to church, and she used to see the white pictures of Jesus come, and she asked the elder of the church, she said, why is the picture of Jesus white? You know, she said, the pastor said to, the elder said to her, well, because of sin, you are black. To be honest with you, I believed it too, you know. When I was growing up, I truly believed that the white men did me an honor and took me out of Africa and enslaved me so that I could become a Christian. So, I am a testimony. Not true, R-A-S, Rasta. I'm a testimony. You know what happened? The testimonies of our 1963 experience will die one day. You know why? It has happened in the past. Anybody here know that the stories of the Bible were from black people? Every Bible character were black. But today they are white, not true? Did anybody know that Bob Marley was black too? Or we forget that Bob Marley was black, because one day our children will. Because today, Bob Marley's music, you know that France today is called the #1 country for reggae music? So you know what will happen one day, they will paint Bob Marley white. And then all of the reggae and everything go turn white. Just like the stories of the Bible, to be honest with you. Jesus or Yeshua was black. David was black. Solomon was black. All of them. Abraham was black. But then paint them white to them not true until all of it think them white. Unless you went read and get little sense in your head. Say, after your story them whitewash, it may have taken thousands of years for that to become a reality. But it's not going to happen. We say the devil black and Jesus white. No, sure. So everything bad, black, and everything good. Come on, help me tell the story. Help me share the testimony. I don't want it to look to the young children here that I am lying and making it up. These stories of the Bible are black people's story, a full history. But then whitewashing, just like how them soon do with Bob Marley, reggae, Rasta. Believe me, it's going to happen. But you know, one of the things that I am sure that they will never take away from us, I'm a herbalist. You see the knowledge of herbs also. Nobody can take it from black people. No care how they whitewash everything else. You know what? They can't take you away from we. They can't farm. They can't manage the sun and they can't manage nature. So, because of that, they can't take away the knowledge of survival from us. Or else, all I would have to live in a pharmacy. The supermarket. But that's why I love Rasta so much, you know. You see me? Rasta are my best friend every day. All I want me to so a Rasta. You see, if me mad today, guess what me ear go come out, go look, and how me go behave. Like Rasta. Rasta in my heart and my nature. You want to deny the Rasta in you? Up to you. Me can't deny the Rasta in me. Because one day the truth are going to come out. So guess what now? Should me run out of time? I'm going to tell you a couple secrets. To maintain, there are many of us here who are healers. Many of us who are healers. And I'm going to share a few secrets that you all know. One, if you are walking and somebody's having a bleeding issues like I was having earlier, why I had to go and run and bathe off myself, because as a female still me, I go through menopause, but the period sometimes pop up, which happened and I had to go and bathe. But I realized lately that many sisters are having the same bleeding issues and they don't know how to correct it or how to slow it down. And so them go here so there so until they have to be extracting their wombs. You know which plant you must tell them to use? The trumpet leaf. Just get the trumpet leaf, beat it, get the juice from it, and it will stop any bleeding issues. Even if it is a hemorrhage in the head, it will stop it. High blood pressure, anything cold, it is going to stop it. The other day I told somebody about the stirruple leaf for HIV and they didn't believe me. And the stirruple fruit itself. There is a story through our line, me never did in Africa when it happened, but I was told that 15 prostitutes were sent into Africa to spread HIV to a community in Africa. And when they went to Africa with the HIV virus, the people them eat so good that they didn't catch it. So what they did was that they encamped around the place, starved the people, them, feed them with bag juice and them modern chicken until them system weakened. Then them send back the same 15 prostitutes and then the people them catch HIV. Okay. Then now, some friends of mine coming from over London last week tell me say, them have a serious weather over there will make them system weaken and them a Rastafari picnic too. So, me tell them say just buy themselves some citrus. Me know say out here in Jamaica we have problem getting citrus because we now plant, we now go to the hills go look for no orange and lime and grapefruit and sour orange. But remember say any problem with your immune system, the number one place to start building it is with citrus. Get your orange, grapefruit, sour orange, all of them. Get the juice out of them. Boil them down. When you can find them, don't wait until they're out of season. You know what me do? Me gather them. Me gather them by the crocus bag, especially sour orange. Who remember how to boil down sour orange and sugar and make one tonic what can last you all 10, 20 years? Yes, I see the hand them. Yes. Get the sour orange, lime, grape, any one of them in a season, boil them down. Remember say, we don't do much of our planting and our farming and we enough times plane fly over in the sky and spray all sorts of something that will destroy our immune system. So, if we build our immune system by getting the little sour orange them and boil them down, just 1 teaspoon of the boiled down sour orange get rid of any flu, cold, and any weakness in the immune system. Then of course, remember say your ancestors named the plants them in a particular way. Search my heart good for thee. Come and help me now. Search my heart good for thee. Leaf of life good for thee. Oh no, not help me man. Alright. Just remember that many of the plants, according to the name, I know I wrote an article a few weeks ago about it. And so, yes. My time is up and I say greetings to all the distinguished persons who have put this program together. I should have said that in the beginning, but my rush come up here just to grab the mic. My dear distinguished brother, Sister Nanny, and my dear beloved elders, with all humble respect, I spoke to a few of them earlier when they spoke about their experience. One of them said to me, he said, Miss Minto, me are 84. And what we go through and fight for the sons and daughters of Africa. Me never believe, say at this age, we would have still they go through what we're going through. Me same thing, same would have reached back home on the continent. It is unfortunate that many of us have gotten so comfortable living here. We no longer desire to leave. But guess what is happening? The time, the climate, and the government have created such laws that in a little while, all of us who are comfortable are no longer going to be comfortable. You know that? Even the very herbs that we have at liberty today, the government is this year passing a law that we are not going to be able to transact business with herbs as we do. They say we are going to have to find billions of dollars to go and do our research and prove that the herbs can do what our ancestors say and have testified that they are able to do. So when they take away the medicine from you, and they have already made laws to take away the land from you, because if you are not able to pay your land tax in a very little while, you won't own any land here. Only we have to cut on somebody else's plantation in a very little while, unfortunately. But guess what happened? Remember that your ancestors went ahead of you. Because that's the last letter now, A. Remember that your ancestors went ahead. And they were victorious. That is why we are no longer in chains. Physically. You are here and you all have your parts to play. I wish I could take the heart and the blood of Marcus Garvey and Bob Marley and all those other greats, Nanny and Sam Sharp, and place it within all of you. But I am not able to. But you know what I'm thankful for? Yes, we are all descendants of them. And the fact that the Creator, the Most High, Rastafari, lives and reigns within all of us. And that when He's ready for you to answer your call, you will answer your call. Thank you.